Hi, long time no see. I haven't uploaded a video in forever since I had my 10K party back in May. I've been traveling a lot this summer, but today is the day that I'm getting back to work, and that includes getting back on Fiverr. And I just checked my all-time payments on Fiverr. So this is how much I've made on Fiverr, guys. I've made almost $70,000 on Fiverr. So for anyone who says you can't make money on Fiverr, don't listen to them. So I've been wanting to make this video for so long. I just have so much to say about Fiverr. I thought about doing a video series about how to get started on Fiverr, my experience on Fiverr, but I just was overwhelmed by it. So since today I'm reactivating my Fiverr account, I just felt like it was fitting to turn on my camera and just start talking about my experience on Fiverr. And if you're the kind of person who believes you can't make money on Fiverr, or you put a profile on Fiverr and you didn't get any messages, you didn't make any money, then watch to the end of this video, because I'm gonna tell you the 2 things that you probably did wrong and are probably the reason that you didn't make any money on Fiverr. Like, these 2 things are game changing. I had friends who've implemented these things, and when they took my advice, they were getting so many messages and orders that they also had to go out of office from time to time because it was interfering with their regular jobs or their other things that they were doing, and they weren't prepared for how much business they were going to get on Fiverr. So if you're looking for a way to sell your services online or just have a little side hustle, then do not write Fiverr off as a good platform to get customers. I do have a love-hate relationship with Fiverr though, and I didn't want to get back on Fiverr, and I'll get into that. But first, in case you don't know what Fiverr is, you've never heard of it, Fiverr is a website, which is a platform where you can buy and sell freelance services online. They sell all kinds of stuff online, like anything you can think of, from website design, copywriting, app development, all the way to, there is some guy who will dress up like Jesus and say happy birthday to your grandma if you pay him to do so. I don't know where people come up with this stuff. There's a huge misconception about Fiverr that you only can charge $5 for your services. And I do believe that's how it started, where they had this kind of campaign like, you know, what would you do for $5? And somebody could get a logo design for $5. And that today is the lowest possible price that you can charge for services. And a lot of services are $5, but the prices can go all the way up to like $10,000, I think is the max. And even then, there's not really a maximum, like you can just keep selling them another $10,000 service if you wanted to. I don't know, but trust me, it's not just $5. Okay, so here's my love-hate relationship with Fiverr. I'll start with the love. Yes, you can get consistent leads from Fiverr. Yes, you can make money on Fiverr. Yes, the platform is, for the most part, favoring the seller in that people who are looking for something, they have to go and shop around for different service providers, and they have to be the one to initiate, and then they can just add your service to their shopping cart just like they were buying a product on Amazon. So it's really easy as a buyer. People come to you who are interested and serious for the most part, and when they're ready, people buy your services, and the money's already in this kind of middleman account, so you know that they're gonna have the money to pay you, and the money will automatically get sent to you once the project is finished. Fiverr does take 20% of all the transactions that occur on their platform, and they even charge a few more fees onto the buyer side the seller never sees. So as a seller, when you set your price and you get an order, the price that you set, you will only get 80% of that in the end, and Fiverr takes 20%. But it's definitely worth it because you get so many leads. If your profile is active, then you're getting a lot of leads, and so 20% for all this business that you otherwise wouldn't be getting is fair, I think. So that's not one of the hate things. So here's the main drawback about Fiverr from my perspective, because it does have this reputation of being really cheap, even though it's not true necessarily. There are a lot of people who come to the platform thinking that they're gonna get a lot of work for no money. I would say, like, I'm just estimating with a lot of these numbers here, but like 95% of the people that are on Fiverr have very small budgets and aren't looking or able to spend a lot of money. And I don't mean like small, like they're a small business. I mean like they want you to do like 10 million hours of work for $5. I mean like impossible budgets. So like, okay, maybe not 95%, but a good percentage of people are in that category where they're just some guy and they think that they're gonna get all this work from someone in the Philippines or something for $5. No offense to people in the Philippines, but like their wages are a lot less than they would be in like the UK or the US, for example. And then there is a percentage of people that have like healthy budgets where they are willing to spend what is required for the quality of work that they're expecting. So as a seller on Fiverr, all I really have to do is respond to messages, and you have to respond to them every single day, because if you miss a day, then it kind of like leaves a negative mark in your profile. So you have to respond to people within 24 hours so they know you're keeping up to date. So anyway, I'm getting all these messages all the time, and I have to constantly weed out people who are in this impossible budget category in order to take on the clients that have like reasonable budgets. So it's just really energy consuming to talk to all these people, and knowing that only a small percentage of them I'm actually gonna work with. But the benefit of this is that I get to be hyper selective about who I work with. When I work, I can always go out of office if I'm getting too many messages or if I wanna go on vacation. So there's a lot of freedom with this platform. So that's kind of my love-hate relationship. And sometimes I just don't have the energy to respond to all these messages. So today I'm turning it back on, and let's see what the universe brings me. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm actually doing on Fiverr. I've never shared my Fiverr profile here or really anywhere. I've never had to, because Fiverr has an algorithm of promoting you on their own platform, so I don't really have to share it. I'm gonna share my screen with you and show you guys the gigs that I have. A gig is like their term for a service, so you can have multiple different services on your profile depending on what you wanna offer. So these are the ones that are paused right now. These are ones that I'm not currently doing, but in the past, and these impressions are like over the last 6 months where I've been basically out of office all these months. So this one is voiceover services. I had a specialty in online course creation, but I'm trying to branch out from that / away from it. I just feel like now that I have a lot more experience under my belt, I don't have to niche so hard on one particular thing. Whereas when I first got started, I was like the online course person, but now I've done like so many different types of projects that I'm just a regular old graphic designer. I can do like any kind of business now. It doesn't have to be for online courses. Oh, here comes Felix. I'm being the video. I'm just gonna hold him like a baby while we record here. Then we have slides for online course. Again, this was all the online course stuff. So I did slide design. I did this one where like if people wanted more like video production for their online course. And then I did worksheets and ebooks, which are very popular. The slides and the worksheets and ebooks were the most popular ones over time, but I did start with voiceover. And I have another one that I paused. So this gig is for being a video spokesperson for a brand. They would hire me to like make a video where I'm going to be in it and talking about something on behalf of the brand. I did a couple of those. It wasn't as popular as the other graphic design ones. I'm kind of glad that I didn't want to do that very much. And then the ones that I'm reactivating today, the only ones, are this logo and branding design. And this one has been very popular in the past, doing logos and brand boards for businesses or rebrands if someone already has a logo and they want a new logo that's more modern or minimalistic. And then this gig is a consulting gig. You can also like do coaching and consulting on Fiverr, which is really cool. And people basically can order the gig and they can book a Zoom call with you, and then you can answer their questions about something that you're a specialist in. So I'll talk more about this later in the video. And I'm going to tell you the 2 things that you probably did wrong when creating your Fiverr profile as to the reasons why you haven't made any money yet. And these really are game changers. Okay, so the first thing is you probably didn't make a good video. So on your Fiverr profile, you have the opportunity to add some photos to a gallery and one video, which is up to 75 seconds. And you really need to go all out on this video. And I didn't know this when I started. I was one of those people who didn't make a good video the first time I made a Fiverr profile many, many years ago, and nothing happened. I got no messages, nothing. A couple years later, I gave it another try, but I really went hard on the video. And guys, so many of the clients have told me that they chose me over the competition because of my video. But they told me that they knew that they could trust me when they saw my video, or that I had a great video, and that made me really stand out. It's all about the video, you guys. And when I made my Fiverr video, this was long before I had a YouTube channel. I was not comfortable getting in front of the camera like this, like I am now. I had not a lot of experience just making videos really quick like I do now. So I really had to put a lot of effort into making this, and it really took something out of me, but it was all worth it. And it has to be a well-produced video, and I will tell you why. So we talked about Fiverr has this reputation that there's a lot of cheap services, but there are buyers who go there with a budget and they want to spend a lot of money. They want to get a really good, trustworthy, quality service. Of course, they don't want to spend a lot of money on someone who's just going to give them the rinky-dink $5 value service. So they just want to make sure that their money is being well spent. So when they see someone that has a well-produced video, that tells them that this person is professional, that they can do quality work. That's not just for people who are in creative fields or are selling video services. If you have a well-produced video and you're doing copywriting, that also makes you look like a good copywriter. So the video just exists to show that you're a legitimate person, worthy of legitimate money, that you're serious about what you do, and that you're gonna do a good job for them, okay? And if you're asking, do I have to be in the video? Do I have to speak in the video? The answer is yes. This is all about showing that you are a legitimate person. So if it's just like a quick photo of you, or it's not showing your personality, it doesn't really help your case. I promise you that putting your face and your voice in front of the video is only going to help you, okay? I promise. All right, so this video is getting a little bit long, but the second thing that you probably did wrong is you didn't charge enough for your services. What? Didn't charge enough? On Fiverr? So this might be counterintuitive because you might be thinking like, oh, I'm new to Fiverr, I need to price myself lower than the competition so I can get those first few gigs and get some reviews and really get started on the platform. This is all wrong. It might sound counterintuitive, but you actually need to charge more. And I will explain why, but because this video has gotten so long, I'm gonna explain why in my next video. So stay tuned for the explanation of why you need to be charging more on Fiverr and what that actually looks like. But if you have more questions about how to thrive on Fiverr, these answers are really going to depend according to your skills and the gigs that you want to offer and all these things. And I would love to answer these questions personally for you. So if you go to my Fiverr profile, and there's a link in the description, there is a gig for consulting on creating a Fiverr business. You can also ask me questions about creating a YouTube channel or creating any kind of business or visual branding or things like that. So right now you can go to this link and use Fiverr's safe marketplace of exchanging money for services to schedule a consultation with me, and we'll chat for 30 minutes about your specific Fiverr idea or your YouTube channel idea or your business or whatever you want to. And on the gig on Fiverr's website, you'll see all the information as well as the video that I also recorded today as an updated video. I like to update my gig videos from time to time. So thanks so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified when the next video comes out about the second thing you probably did wrong when creating your Fiverr account.